Dota doesn't have... Yeah, it's a little hard to explain, but... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We might have bumped into a world champion right here. We might have hit the end boss in round 2. So, this is round 2 of Eternal Weekend Mishra's Workshop versus vintage champion Joe Brennan. I'm assuming I'm bug. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Yeah, it was a rough top 8, but it happens. Let's see what Joe is up to here. It is Daze Jet Force. What a crazy hand. This is a Joe Brennan keep if I've ever seen one. Joe highly values the Force of Will against PO, and even though he has no castable spells, he can still stop my Ancestral Recall, which might be enough here. Because I want to fetch Underground Sea, so I can play Night's Whisper, but that's just not going to happen. I'm just not allowed to fetch Underground Sea is the biggest problem here. I think I'm just gonna get the Force of Will out of his hand. I mean, I could Night's Whisper, but I just don't want to get Wastelanded. It's so bad for me. But I don't think I'm supposed to wait on this Ancestral. If I just confidently cast this Ancestral, he won't force it, right? I got the Oko, so they kept the Daze. Yeah, it's really bad. If opponent just hits a fetch land and slams an Oof on turn 1, it's really, really bad for us. I actually can't even like play a land into Narset because of the... Actually, no, I can because of Daze. That's a good draw. I'm gonna... Oh, man. I really need... The minute that Joe hits a green source, we just lose this game. It's really, really rough for us. I think I'm gonna cycle this repeal because here's the reasoning. I could like hold up a mana to repeal the Collector Oof, but the only way I'm gonna be able to repeal the Collector Oof is if I draw Tolarian Academy or I have 3 mana open like when the Collector Oof resolves. But if I get to my next turn, I'm just gonna cast Paradoxical Outcome. So I would rather just cycle my Jet right now. Ah, so close. So close. All right, so if we can fade the Collector Roof here, we probably win. But if we don't fade the Collector Roof, we probably don't win. Well, we faded it. All right, so now we need to see if Joe had drawn another Force of Will in his last 2 draw steps. Oh, now I have both POs? Yeah, that's game. Even if this gets forced, I can go land PO. I didn't hit a blue source. Ooh, boy. So we're still in the same predicament as last turn. I didn't hit a force either, so we can still get green source collector roofed here. At least we have some more options to try to find academy if that happens. He missed again. Wow. I feel like that's fairly unlucky. PO number 3 is fairly lucky as well, I think. If this gets countered, oh, Vigor. Main deck Vigored was drawn. Hmm. So I have 3 mana, so I can just go for Mystical for Tinker, and then yeah. It's not really complaining. It's just I'm trying to talk about it. I might just go Time Walk into Mystical Tinker. Fine. Probably the best way to go about this, anyways. I can't actually fetch this right away because I'm gonna get Wastelanded. Well, there's Snap Time Walk, Snap PO. I'm actually 1 short on Snap PO, right? I think Will was better. Yeah, probably. If I snap Will right now, I can still snap Will. Snap Mystical into a Will. Play my 3 Moxen PO. Time Walk. So I know Joe Brennan will play an out to Sphinx, but I think it's still correct. And nothing. A hard nothing. He's gonna yell at me for playing playing Aereo too. Too funny. Wait, why did I put it on an island? Not an island. I think we worded this last time, right? Do it again. Oh no, we kept the repeal for Citadel. So for anyone who doesn't know the history, in my Mana Drain Open win, I actually played Joe in the finals, and I flipped an Aereo in that finals as well. It wasn't like crazy good. I'm pretty sure he had Cavern for Human for his Jace Vern's Prodigy, but it's some pretty funny background. This seems reasonable. I don't want to use Pearl for DT. I want to play Pearl and hold up white mana for swords for Collector Roof on turn 2. I don't think Yeah, I wanted to meme a little bit, so I let chat choose a card, and then I took a card that wasn't the one chat chose. um, I don't want to play the demonic tutor because I want to be able to hold up white mana for swords to plowshares for collector oof. I don't think the hand that Joe kept last game was bad. I think he just got unlucky. We chose Eryu. I mean, I actually think that Joe's hand is definitely a keep in the context of the matchup. So, like, if Joe hit a fetch land, we lost the game. So, he just didn't hit a land. All right. Well, now I can DT for Ancestral. Not ideal. I'm gonna DT for Ancestral, but I'm still gonna leave open this Pearl, I think. I could go Mentor as well. We might just fluster our Spell Pierce this. But I don't think I'm supposed to play around that. Okay, that's fine. This is a very castable card in my deck. Not the most castable, especially against Bug with Collector Oof, but... they're for Mishra's Workshop decks. Decks that play all artifacts. They're not for Pia. I'm kind of wishing I had kept in Tinker now, or kept in my Bolas' Citadel after drawing the Sphinx. Rip Sphinx. Leovold. Oh! It's pretty hard for me to ever counter this, though. I'll just have to have 5 mana open the whole game. They have Cruise to follow up. Looks like it, yeah. Alright, if I can draw a Pio or an Ancestral, maybe we have a chance. I don't know. Obviously, Tinker's out of the question because I don't have a Citadel in my deck anymore. Snap Demonic can't do. Snap Swords is the only play we have. I don't know. I like that one. Yo, what up, Raphael? You're just here in time for the feature match. Bro. I might bring in Disenchant. Because they have a Sylvan Library and Cage. That's too narrow. That's too narrow. I think we're dead. Maybe we can draw Ancestral or PO and still play, but seems difficult. That Ancestral was obviously the beating into the second Ancestral. I just didn't draw, like, obviously swords were good here, but the other cards that I had were not good. Maybe the Demonic Tutor was just too greedy into the open Flusterstorm. That's a pretty good draw. I'm gonna jam it while they don't have hard cast force up. As negation. Alright, well. Alright, I don't think I can jam into this mana right now. If he cracks, I would overdraw. I wouldn't overdraw. Yeah, I'm gonna. This is my time. Maybe I was supposed to play the Snapcaster Mage so I could bounce my Snapcaster Mage at some point in this game. He has a Grafdigger's Cage, so I couldn't flashback anything anyways. I probably was supposed to play the Snapcaster Mage at the end of last turn. But it also, if I had played my Snapcaster Mage, it would have negated this whole, like, half the good part about balance, so. I just had force. Alright, well, we were able to play around, like... I should wait. I was supposed to wait until he targeted me. I didn't even realize this was still on this. I kind of wanted to be able to counter this on the stack, but now he can put one of his last card on the bottom if he wants to, which he did put the Assassin's Trophy on the bottom. I just like lost a ton of value there. Really bad play. So I can still draw PO off the top here. Yeah, giving him the ability to cycle this Assassin's Trophy back into his deck, really, really bad play. I just, like, cast my spell too early. Didn't realize there was no trigger on this deck. Pretty unfortunate. I don't think I'm supposed to bring in Disenchant for, like, I don't know, one Cage, one Library. It is worth noting that we saw Vendilion click, but we didn't see Brazen Borrower. Which means that this might be okay. I think I want to run back the same 60. We haven't hardcast the Sphinx yet, but it does happen, sure. That was a really I didn't play that game very well. So that's so many streams. I love it. Is this gonna break my computer? I wanna put this on Twitter. Alright, this is gonna break my computer. Good job, Raphael. Oh, like, you already got it. Alright, on the play. First, Joe Brennan. Yeah, this is a keeper. It's not great, but it's a keeper. Unfortunately, it's both my islands, so if I get Assassin's Trophy, I can't get an island, but at least I can't get Wastelanded, I guess. If I get Force of Vigor, and I'm gonna just repeal my Sapphire. Yeah, it was a rough ending yesterday, obviously, but happens. No, our opponent played Vintage, not us. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, we got some mana. Yeah, Rich is back. All right, peel off the top, tinker off the top. That's the kind of life we're living right now. I'm not going to untap this vault for that exact reason. This is our best opportunity to force something through. I accept. Something like that, Cyrus. Seems to be the case. All right, okay. Find Ancestral Recall, maybe? Find PO? Sure. Let's see if Joe has an oof follow-up. Oh, I don't have any more basics. Unfortunately, I just had the natural double basic hand. I mean, Joe knows what I have. He already pitched a negation, so I'm just gonna jam my PO on my turn and hope it works. I guess he has Force of Vigor. I don't know. That's a reasonable thing to play around in this circumstance, but I think it's more likely for opponent to have like Flusterstorms and stuff like that in their hand. Collector Oofs. Like, the matchup is not great when opponent has this many like solid answers. And this can't be that many Force of Vigors in his deck, 1 or 2. Huh? No, I think it's correct to jam. Especially with this brainstorm. Second negation and trap. Wow, Joe came prepared today. Brutal. Yeah, I think the biggest risk is Oof and Leovold if I pass the turn. I didn't even look at your 75, Ben. I just knew it was bug cards. Classic Ben bug cards. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, they gushed into Collector Roof here? Pretty brutal. We can't untap our... sure, into Leovold. I'm down to untap this now because the only card that we can really draw is Tinker and Mentor. I'm gonna hold this and act like I have Force. All right, we just we have Tinker and Mentor really. Gee, they have both. All right. We got problems. We got problems. We're not in a great place. Oh no, Joe. All right, well, this is not good for the home team here. Yes, not ideal. Not ideal. It was a little brutal, chat. Too funny. Too funny. It's okay. That's a really powerful wizard and a kind of a rough matchup. So you win some and you lose some.